Hi there, it's Thursday and it's again Ask Baldy. Well, actually today is Ask Fuzzy, but never mind. Right, today we've just got the one I'm going to do today. It's a lovely day out here in Ireland, the sun's coming through, and I'm actually at the top of the lane near where I live, and you can perhaps see some of the vista of West Cork behind me. It's a beautiful day and I've got the dogs over here. But anyway, this is from Mittel. I hope I've got the name correct there. And he says, "Hi John, I'm currently sick of my unfulfilling corporate job and thinking about throwing myself full-time into my information publishing business. How did you pluck up the courage to do it, and how did you bridge the financial gap while you were getting established? Thanks for your help." Well, the first thing is I'm not a full-time info marketer. Okay, that's one side of my business, and it's a side of the business I'm growing, and yeah, I'm aiming to be full-time by the end of the year. As it happens at the moment, I do a lot of work for clients, and that's where I probably make 70% of my income at the moment, and a very nice income it is too. You don't say what your information publishing business is, so I guess you've already got some of the basics down pat, but if you've not, then you'll forgive me if I gloss over those. But you see, when I got into my business, I didn't really have a lot of choice. I mean, you know, I did have a choice. But what happened was my ex left me and I got 3 kids, single dad, big mortgage, no money coming in and the rest of it. So that enabled me, or kind of forced me, to make a decision. And it was either keep the job, lose the kids and the rest of it, or let the job go and do what I wanted to do more than anything, which was have my own business. And that's what I did, and it all worked very well. I was very fortunate in getting a contract with a local, or fairly local, high-tech firm doing documentation of all things, and that kept me going for probably a year or two until I figured out the marketing stuff, and you know, the rest is history. So I didn't really have to think about it too much, in the sense that, you know, I was in a hole and the only way to go was up. If you're in a job already, then you're very lucky because you've got an income that's probably fairly secure, but it also can tend to hold you back, and I understand, and that's what I pick up from this. But what you need to do is the numbers, okay? Because as you probably know from what you've been doing already, your information publishing business ain't, you know, it's not difficult as in complicated, but it's simple, but it's not easy because there's competition, implementation is hard work, and it's never quite the autopilot thing that the gurus make it out to be when they're showing you their sales letters with the girls with the big tits by the pond, or sorry, by the pool, and you know, the fast cars and the luxury yachts and things. So you already know that. What you need to do is the numbers. Now, say you need 60 grand a year to live, and you're going to sell a, I don't know, a £50 a time info product. Now 60 grand a year is 5 grand a month, which is £12.50 a week. Now if you take, say, Sarah's numbers from the blog, very approximately 5% of your list might sign up to you, of your visitors might sign up to your list, and maybe 1 in 10, that's 10%, are going to buy. That's not a bad number, and that's about, you know, those numbers are doable. Well, that means for 50 grand a year you have got to sell what's 1250 a week divided by 7? It's about 3.5. So you need to sell 3.5 of these products every day to make 60 grand a year. Okay, now that translates to it's 200 visitors to make 1 sale. If you think about it, 5% join up, 10% buy, so you need 200 visitors to make 1 sale. So to get 3.5 sales a day, you've got to get 700 visitors a day to your website. That's not trivial, and unless you're actually doing that, or have got a plan to do that, I wouldn't even dream of giving up my job, because, you know, you can't argue with the numbers. The thing is with these sales letters that you read is they sell you on the hope. You know, it's like they give you what you can achieve, but they kind of tend to gloss over the hard work that's involved in achieving it. Those numbers, straight off the top of my head, are, you know, they're realistic numbers. If you are not getting now, and you cannot see a plan to get 700 visitors a day to your website, and I'm talking about highly qualified visitors who are going to join your list at 5% and convert at 10% of that list, then you're mad even to think about it. That's if you need 60 grand. If you need 30 grand, you need half that number. If you need 120 grand, you need twice that number. Okay, now I'm not patronising you here, but those numbers are dead straightforward, and if you miss them or ignore them, then you're doing a very perilous thing indeed. So that's what I would do. find your numbers and then work on them. Getting the traffic is easy. Okay, it's just a simple process. The best thing you could do, in my opinion, is article marketing. It's slow, it's very boring in terms of people don't think it's very sexy anymore because they're used to seeing sales letters that say, you know, click this button, it's as easy as that and you get a flood of traffic overnight. It just isn't like that. Your article marketing, it takes your time, it takes your effort, but it gets you there. And the best of all things, there are two sites I recommend. One is eZinearticles.com. I use that myself and so does Sarah. We get a fantastic rate of return on there. The numbers are superb. And we've actually got a paid membership. It's $94 for 3 months, which I highly recommend you do, because it means you can get articles approved within sometimes as quickly as 4 minutes. It's averaged about 20 minutes, but it's happened in 4. And the other one I recommend is submityourarticle.com, because that publishes out to thousands of different sites, email, e-zines and things like that. It's $67 a month, as I recall. Again, it's a bargain. I've been using it for several months now, and it does take time to get the momentum, because Steve Shaw, the owner, a friend of mine, recommends you don't put out more than one every 3 or 4 days. I do 3 a week. So it takes time for momentum to build up, but once it builds up, you're getting some really good, solid traffic. So that's what I suggest you do, Mittal. Okay? Anyway, that's Ask Fuzzy now, and I shall speak to you all soon. Bye-bye.